Hello. Testing. Hello? Cool. Don't know why that didn't work, but how is everybody doing today? I've gotten I don't want to say no sleep. I got enough sleep, but not as much as I would typically get. I just got back from a flight vacation that landed 6 hours later than it was supposed to. So yesterday was a very long and hectic day for me. So apologies for the late notice. I didn't actually know if I would be streaming today. But I rolled a literal dice, and the dice told me I should stream today. So that's what we're doing. And I'm glad we are back, because it's been a little while, and every week we miss is another week that this emotions chart does not get done. But while we're starting off, let's say hi to the chat. Awesome JJ Ranger, OMG is stream, yay. Yes, I am glad we are streaming as well. It has been, like I said, it's been crazy, so I'm like, I could get work done if I don't stream, but I already didn't stream last week, and so like I really hope that we can get like another stream going, because I didn't really want to wait another week. And then we also might have a boss level stream later this week, so I couldn't just reschedule the stream then. It's been crazy, and I lost a lot of hours yesterday. But hopefully I can get them all back soon. Dragons are the bomb. Hi, but I still have to work. I'll be back later. No problem. Glad you could even join for the start, because I know this was a very last minute thing. Apologies for that. I was literally recording a script for an episode like 5 minutes before this stream started. You got to maximize every single second. KyngPin, is that a xenomorph Monty Gator breaking into your house? You know what? After the day I had yesterday, I'll be fine with that. I'll probably explain more as the stream goes on, but Xenomorph Monty I'm fine with. You know what? It's just, sometimes it is what it is. Hello Matthew Mangrum. Glad you could join us. Hello Awesome JJ Ranger. Character suggestion from Dempsey J Illustrations, Aaron Fold Bainsworth, and I believe we have, yes, you sent me a reference. Thank you so much. We will actually be spinning for the next emotion soon, so I will add that to the list once we know which one it is. Wee woo, hello Ven. Apologies having, oh wait, that one's me. Thumbs up, glad you're not just me who's having issues. I don't know what happened. Usually so this is not the same mic I record scripts with. So what was it? So I shut my computer off completely when I went away, and I guess that did something because it didn't automatically connect to the microphone when I plugged it in. Interesting for some reason. Yeah, by the time you get this done, it'll be $20.99. Oh no. You know what? That's fine. I'm having fun doing this. What's up? Hey, Apple Flavors, how you doing? Glad you can join the stream. Welcome back, Awesome JJ Ranger. Why didn't I get a notification? Please tell me when you started. I really don't know why you wouldn't have gotten a notification. All the settings should have been the same from the last stream. The only thing I can possibly guess, Arc, is because I didn't schedule this. I set up the stream and I said go live immediately because it was already nearing normal stream time. So that might be that's the only reason I could think of why you wouldn't have gotten a notification. I need to shoot out for a bit, but sent you the ref for Aaron Fold. If he's selected, it's on your meta messages for me. Awesome. Thank you, Dempsey. Yep. Arc, we're just starting right now. A5 fits the character most, yeah, but any would be fun. How are you, and how are you, Dempsey, too? Stay hydrated. I'm doing good. Had a very rough day yesterday at the airport, but as you can see, I've made it home. Everything is okay. Dreamweaver from Night of Arcane. Awesome. Gonna shoot. We'll be back in half an hour-ish. I'll leave the stream going, though. Awesome. No problem. Thank you, Dempsey. Hope you can get done whatever you need to. Arc, did you turn off notifications? Hey, sorry I'm late for the stream. I need to do something. No problem. As is par for the course for these streams, it's about 15 minutes and we haven't started yet. So, you're good, Inkman Studios. Yo, KyngPin, random question. What's your favorite flower for lore purposes? Lavender? I would say lavender. It's got a nice color and it's very good in tea, or the lavender tea is very good. So I would say that one. Character suggestion, Yorick from My Singing Monsters, and spent 2 days at Disneyland having fun and came back with some Disney themed ideas for you. Awesome. I just got back from a vacation too, so I hope you had fun on yours. I did on mine. All right, so before we move on to Freya Sparks, where we left off 2 weeks ago, let's spin the wheel and find out what the next one is so I can start writing these emotions down for those. Also, we are going to be moving back to the in-stream voting system just because it got more people to vote and it gave a much more accurate window of who won. Someone told me last stream when we did the external link for the voting, a lot of people didn't vote on that because they were iffy, or they might have been iffy about a link. So unfortunately we only can do 4 characters at a time, but I think it's better to get more people involved in the voting process. But without further ado, our next emotion that the character suggestions will be going towards is... I kind of expected that to stop. F3. So, let's see. We got a little circle. 1, 2, 3. This crying guy here. Oh, that'll be quite interesting for some of these suggestions. We haven't done... No, we haven't. Alright. So, leave your character suggestions for F3 in the chat while I write down the ones that were already suggested. That's not how you spell it. There we go. What was the last one? It was a My Singing Monsters. There we go. Yorick. All right, cool. So, any more suggestions? I will write them down, but in the meantime, we will be continuing with Freya Sparks. Good thing. Luckily, we're on line art, so this should be... Well, actually, the most time-consuming part is usually... What's it called? Color flatting, so that's going to be a little bit of a pain once we get there. I'm sorry to hear that. I had a few times at the airport was stupid, and there is one time that still haunts me. If you want to know what the story is. Yeah, if you feel like sharing, go ahead, Ark. I'm sure yesterday's experience will stick with me for a while. It was just one of those things where everything that could have went wrong went wrong. We had a flight. It was like a 3-hour flight from where we were to coming home. And before the flight even took off, they said, all right, hey everyone, we're experiencing some maintenance issues, so we're just going to take care of that and then we'll be on our way. That's really not something you really want to hear about the plane you're on, that you're going to be sitting on the air for about 3 hours. But anyway, they say they fixed the issue and we take off and we're in the air. Oh, that's still up. Then I don't know how long it was into it. I forgot to check the time to keep track of how long we were flying. But at some point, about, I'd say like an hour and a half in, they say, hey, so that issue we fixed before, we don't know if it's really fixed, so we're going to be taking a slight detour, landing in another airport nearby, and just as a precaution, we're going to check that issue again. So we fly for about 40 more minutes, and we end up in a different airport, so far away from the airport we originally were supposed to be in. And then so we land, we get to the gate at the airport, and then, well, first they say, okay, no problem, stay here, we're not going to get off you're not getting off the plane. About 2 minutes later, they come back on the intercom and say, never mind, you're all getting off the plane. So, strike one, communication, not too great. Then, they get everybody off the plane. And it's just a whole group of people walking. There's not anybody from the airport there to like guide us on what to do next. They're just literally like, okay, we're getting off the plane. Good luck. And so now you have about, I don't know, let's say 100 people, all not where they're supposed to be, in a foreign land, which is to say a different state. Just kind of going through the airports, not really sure what the next plan is. So when we go through basic get off the plane at the airport procedure. We go through, it was an international flight, so we went through customs, which was a super long line. So strike two. That just took forever, but it was more so a lot of walking rather than waiting, which we didn't mind too much. It was still relatively early in the day, but there was still a lot of line to go before you got to the actual customs desk. So we got through that. We're like, all right, that was a little rough, but we're fine. We still really don't know what's going on with this possibly new plane, because they haven't told us anything yet. And then we kind of get stumped where to go next. Because usually when you get off a plane, and if it's your only flight, you go and get your bags that they put underneath the plane. But sometimes if you're getting off of one flight to get onto another, you would either grab your bags or they would just automatically put them onto the next plane. It varies depending on the flight. This was not supposed to be a connecting flight, so we didn't really know what to do. But we went to the baggage claim. They said, hey, your bags will be at this one. Just wait for them. Grab them and then go to the next area. That took about 30 minutes before any of our bags actually started coming through. So we stood there for 30 minutes first off to wait for the bags, and then possibly like another 15 minutes to actually grab the bags that were ours as they were all coming off. Then it's a lot of, I'm gonna move this mouth down a little bit. At this point we get a notification that's like, hey, your flight leaves at 8:19 p.m. It's about 7:40 currently as we're waiting for the bags. And we're like, okay. A lot of the people from the flight are still here waiting for the bags. They're not gonna take off yet. They're not gonna take off with so many people. Did I do something different with the... Okay. They're not gonna take off without half the plane aboard. And we were right. They, once 8:19 got closer, they delayed it a little bit. I forget how long it was the second time, but we were lucky that the plane didn't take off with just, nobody on it. So finally we get the bags and we go to the next thing. Now we have no idea what to do next. We're on a deferred flight, so it's not a connecting flight, and there's not really signs in the airport for deferred flights. So we're just kind of not sure where to go. And nobody at this particular airport really seemed happy to be working there. So any direction we got was told via screaming at us to do the things that we didn't know what to do, because none of us in my little party had ever experienced something to this degree before. So we're just like, what do we do? You're telling us to go here, but we have these things and we need to put these over here, but there were no signs to tell us where to do. And nobody who was working at the airport really gave full instructions. So for one, we had to... I need a reference for phrase part. For one part, we had to take our bags and put them off to the side and then go through a line. But instead of telling us that, they basically said, you come over here, you over there. No, you can't go over here yet without doing this thing. There was a lot of miscommunication is generous. There was a lot of no communication at all, which really made things difficult. So for the bags, we had to check back onto the plane that we couldn't bring on ourselves. We had a little mishap of like, we really don't know where we're supposed to put these, and the people are really just yelling at us to go in random directions that we don't really know what the purpose is of. But anyway, we got those bags to where they needed to be. This is like strike 3 at this point. And now it's time for security again. So because we are off a flight and technically not a connecting flight, we had to go through the whole security screening again. Problem is, they're not telling us where to go. There's no set designation of where we're supposed to go for anyone on this deferred flight to go. And I don't know if I mentioned it before, but there wasn't a representative from the airport that is like gathering the group and just like, everybody from this flight, please follow me this way and we will take you to your next flight. It was very much just get off the plane and figure it out for yourself. So the people, the 100 people from this plane are scattered across this airport. Nobody knows where to go or what to do. And maybe this is just a me thing. I didn't study the faces of anybody on the plane. So like I'm looking around the airport trying to see if I recognize any of the faces. Not so much for me. The other people in my party did, but me, not so much. So then we get to security. We're on one line. This guy, the security guard on the one line is like, all right, you guys got to go to the checkpoint number 2, all the way down there. So we're like, okay, fine. We go to the checkpoint 2. We wait in line. We get to the guy checking passports and boarding passes. And he's like, oh, you're from the deferred flight. Well, I can't let you through. I don't have the necessary information telling me who was on that flight. Apparently, for things like that, how does this look? Not horrible. So for like security guards, there's a manifest which documents everyone on the flight, and that particular guard didn't have it. So we're waiting there, and we're just like, we're waiting online, waiting for them to get the manifest or tell us what to do next. And then another person comes and they go, yeah, no, for this flight, you need to go back to checkpoint number 3, which is the checkpoint we were just at and who had the guy who sent us over to number 2. So now we run. At this point, we have the flight's boarding and we have no idea if it's going to take off without us. So we run back from checkpoint 2 to checkpoint 3, meet the same guy who's like, no, for this flight, you got to go over to checkpoint 2. We're like, no, they just told us to come back here. And so the guy didn't even put up an argument. He's just like, fine, if you want to go in this line, go in this line. Like, he didn't even give us the time of day to explain ourselves. We're just like, okay, fine. We get into the super crowded security line. And we go through. We finally get through. And actually, I get stopped by security because I have headphones with a little keychain on it. A little keychain axe. This little thing got stopped by security. They literally took the bin that the keychain was on. We're like, oh, we gotta inspect this. This might be dangerous. So which that isn't a big deal. I get they're trying to make people safe, but on top of everything else, that was just like the nail in the coffin. Like, just, of course they would stop us for one of the bags that never got stopped at any other airport I've ever been to in my life. And then, so we finally get through, everything is fine. And then we find out we're on the complete, like, we are the furthest possible way away from the gate that we needed to be at. So for example, if this was security, the plane we needed to be on was all the way over here. We literally walked the entire length of the airport. It got so bad to the point that we were actually in airports longer than we were in the air. So a flight that was originally supposed to get me and my family home at 6:30ish, 7 p.m., got us home at 2 in the morning. So we were all very tired and very hungry. And so, that's my airport experience. Hope you enjoyed. All right. Is this a new layer? I kind of forgot what I was doing. Yes. All right. Let's get the colors we need. Okay. There's an ad playing on the video. Please hold. There we go. All right. Freya is blonde. Yes. With, what is that, green highlights? Yes. Okay, cool. We'll start that in a second. Let me see what chat has to say, because I know A, there's character suggestions, and B, I know some people had some stories. Okay. Alright, let's see. We've got Awesome JJ Ranger, Angelic Demon, yellow from Trigger Happy Skylanders. That would be an interesting one. Hey, how's the community redraw coming along? I'm super excited for whatever Elemental Wizards. Community redraw, well, not the actual recreations itself. I still plan to get that done for Monday. Not tomorrow, obviously. Next Monday, since the deadline was just yesterday. But yes, I still have it on the plan to get it on Monday, but I may have to change it. I don't know yet. Simply because something came up that took away a little bit of my time. Nothing bad. Something I'm actually really excited for you all to see. That's coming up sooner than the recreations. So I've been working on that. I'm now down to the editing stage for that video. So hopefully I can get that done relatively soon and then start working on the recreations before it puts me too behind schedule. But after the stream, I intend to, what is it called? Look at all the submissions finally, because I was very much in the air when the submissions ended, which made it, as you can imagine, a little hard to pick them. I think it should be more yellow, the hair. It's like a vibrant sea green. Yeah, that looks better. And then I can just fade it out. Cool. And then we got this one. Paint that in. Grab the green. Now that's just completely green. Cool. I do like, so I will say, drawing the Popcross characters, I think is really helping me get better with hairstyles. Because hairstyles are something I'm kind of just like, I really don't know how to draw these things. But like learning how like Dempsey and Popcross and Knight of Arcane and Nerd all do them, and other artists as well, it's giving me insight on how I can make more unique hairstyles in my characters. Airport story 1. So I wanted to go to Germany to visit my family member. When the airport I entered, the woman who worked behind the desk, I thought I grabbed every paper I needed. Then she said random paper. Ooh, yeah, so luckily that's never happened to me, but one of my biggest fears is just like, oh, you get to the airport and just like, oh, you don't have everything you need. You can't get on the plane. There's that, and forgetting something in the airport are my two biggest fears in regards to flying. What? I can't draw hands, so I've given up on this redraw. Aw, I'm sorry to hear that. Hands are very difficult to draw, Awesome JG Ranger. My advice is to A, keep practicing, and B, try to draw from reference. So like, if you can, like, take your phone, take a picture of your hand in some kind of pose, and then just kind of study that. Figure out how all the joints move together, the little bumps and nooks from all that, and then try drawing it from a reference. And even you can even look up like tutorials. I know there's some good tutorials online that break up the hands into more basic shapes. So like, this is going off of just top of my head. I don't know if this is right, but like this is a square, and then you make triangles for the fingers in your rough stage, just so you can map it out and stuff like that. There it is. It's been so long I forgot where I put my sticky notes. Okay. You are important. I'll hold on to you. Alright. Venomized Disney from Inkman Studios. And then Helva has been X Power Rangers. RPM, SPD, and Mystic Force. Those, believe it or not, are some of my favorite Power Ranger series. I've never finished RPM, but SPD is my all-time favorite. That one and Dino Thunder are my favorites. Airport Story 2. That I never had to use in an airport in my 5 years using airports. I was lucky that my sister got my back on the phone, and while I was talking with her, the woman said, "Some people think just because they're cute, they can enter." Ooh. That is really weird. Yeah, the people working at the airport we were stuck at last night were not friendly, but also didn't seem very happy to be working there. It was just a lot of annoyed expressions, like I mentioned, a little bit of screaming, just all around not the best. Okay. There's a lot of different grays in here. So I'm going to try my best to match most of them. Oh, I also forgot to mention, I didn't put this in the Discord. I know someone else did. I think it was Fazbear Entertainment. Put it in the community Discord. Popcross Studios has finally seen Blushing Dresden. It's been a couple of weeks, but he messaged the little artist group we have the other day. Well, actually, no. So, if I'm getting the story correct, Fazbear Entertainment commented on one of Popcross's videos. Have you seen the streams that we've been doing? And he said, no, I haven't yet. I'll check them out. And so they posted that in the Discord, and I saw it, and I immediately went to the artist group, and I'm like, Nerd Comics Inc., Dempsey J Illustrations, cat's out of the bag. He knows now. And so yeah, he took a look at it. I'm gonna see. It shouldn't have been that long ago, but I don't know if I can find the exact conversation, but he thought it was very, actually, I think he said he found it very funny. This other things. Please hold while I pull up the receipts. Okay. Yeah, he was very happy. Well, he found the Dresden one funny, And then he also noticed that Fess was on there too, and he seemed to really like that one. So first off, thank you all for the suggestions for those, and I hope you find the reaction sufficient. Okay, I don't know what that was. That is a deadline if I've ever heard one. Hey, what do you think of Bayou Nights, the Popcross ones? I am really enjoying the Vigilant series from Popcross. I think, well, first off, the character designs are awesome. The stories are really cool and actually very inspiring. I forget which one it was. I think it was Freya Sparks 2 that inspired me to not so much change things up, but I don't know how to explain it really. Just go a little off schedule, meaning I still want to try and get videos out weekly, like on Mondays. But if I have time, every so often I might do like a one drawing type video that's less rooted in pop culture, just like more original stuff. It's like a gray. There's a lot of really small details on Freya Sparks that I don't really have the ability to zoom in to. Without like messing something up on my computer where I got the reference. So I'm just kind of like leaning in to it to like, what color is that? What am I supposed to be making this to make it lore accurate? But overall, I think this one's turned out pretty well. I like it so far. What to draw from the stream? That's a good question, Ark. Are there any not Pokemon, Ben 10 Alien? Ooh, actually, instead of a Ben 10 Alien redesign, choose your favorite Pokemon and turn it into a Ben 10 Alien. I think that would be pretty cool. They're grayish. So I'll make them like a greenish gray to match the coloring. I really hope I get these right. Ooh, that's not going to work. Because I need to put a base coat under that. So we'll do a second layer for that. Just want to make sure I'm not missing any character suggestions. I do see one for voice actor fusions though, so I'm going to take a picture of that. I remember when I visited Mexico, they told us if we brought something on the first story area, we are allowed to bring whatever we bought onto the second plane. We didn't buy anything that turned out. Oh, that turned out to be a lie. Yeah, people yesterday, they had things that, what was it? I don't exactly know how it worked, but they bought things that they, on a one flight long kind of thing, they would have been allowed to bring, but because it got deferred, a lot of their stuff got confiscated, and they weren't too happy about that. I don't remember exactly what it was, but they were like, hey, well, we bought something, and now it's gone, which is awful. Oh, and another thing, we got there like a good while before the plane took off, because they were waiting for people. There were about 30 people from the estimated 100 that just never made it onto the plane. They either got like different flights or went somewhere else. It was an absolute madhouse. But now I have stories to tell the stream, so it's all good. Alright, so these arms are the lighter grays, and then it's the gloves that are the darker grays. I really like how this is looking. Had to leave for a bit, helped out with some groceries. What did you miss? Not much then. I just recounted what happened to me at the airport last night. It was not fun in the moment, but right now I'm just like, well, that was an experience. Possibly my worst ever flying experience, but things could have gone a lot worse. So, yeah. How could a tiny axe keychain stop you? One time I had a life-sized wooden katana I bought from a convention and the mall guard didn't mind. Gee, oh. So that's the thing too, because I've never been stopped for that keychain before. Not in the 2 other airports I was in at that trip, just specifically that one. So my theory is it was literally just, oh hey, so many things are going wrong for these people. What's one more thing? Like, if we weren't rushing to get on a plane, I guarantee you they would not have stopped for the keychain. They wouldn't have looked at it twice. But because we had another plane to catch, they're like, this is looking awfully suspicious right now. But you know what? I got to keep it. It's fine. We're here. Everything is A-okay. Alright, now... Oh my goodness. I think I used the wrong gray here. So I'll do this. Yeah. I used the wrong gray on this part, so. Yeah, that is the same. Oopsies. Alright, there we go. Problem solved. Oh, you also go here. Cool. Alright, now we just gotta find the right shade of green. Oh, it's actually a greenish blue gradient. No, more saturated, more light. That's not bad. That's kind of the color we're looking for. Maybe a little more green. Yeah. Okay, that's not bad. That looks good. Oh, I should not have done it like that. Okay, cool. I just want to make sure it's not overlapping. That way when I select it, I'm not accidentally shading the wrong things. I should really just be using the lasso tool. KyngPin, you could turn the other crazy artist and yourself into Power Rangers or fuse your most popular characters with yourself. Oh, that's interesting. I know for the Digital Circus collab that we did recently, Nerd Comics Inc. drew each of us as Digital Circus characters, and I thought that was really, really cool. I forgot, who was I? I was Kinger. I remember that. Dempsey J Illustrations was Jax. I believe Nerd was Gummy Goo. Knight was Zubul. And because Popcross wasn't in that particular collab, Popcross wound up being Kaufmo. But yeah, I like the idea of like a sort of meta episode where the pop culture things we're working with is the actual artists themselves. All right, there we go. Flatting is relatively done. We still have how much so because Freya has this symbol on her chest. I think it would only be this much of it. That looks about right. That's not even at all. Alright, it's not perfect, but it's not bad. Wow, that looks really good. I don't know if I got the colors completely correct, but I definitely like how they turned out. And then I do have to add a little bit of blue here at the bottom. And there we go. Cool. Yeah, I grabbed a wizard image from Google Lol. Drawing hands is like drawing a ton of separate limbs. It could be a pain, but repetitive exposure helps. Yeah, exactly. Popcross x Benny Sharp, Plague x KyngPin, and the others. You'll need to find out their popular characters. Yeah, I'll definitely ask them. I don't know. I can't. Like, I want to be like, oh yeah, Dempsey's most popular character is. I want to say Erinfold, but like, I don't know, maybe Nexum. I'll ask. Artists fused with OCs. Character session. Vidleva from Gorm/. I am not familiar with that one. But I will look it up. I've been drawing a lot of realistic drawings, and how is everyone in boss level? Boss level is doing good. We're a little less ahead than we usually are in terms of recording, but we're getting back on track soon with all that. Yeah, boss level has been good, and we hopefully are doing a really special a really special live stream soon to celebrate a couple of milestones on the channel. So look forward to that in the upcoming week or so. We're shooting for Thursday, so yeah, just keep an eye out for that. Boss level will be doing a stream. SPD was made in 2005, the year I was born. Oh, wow. That's interesting. Doesn't SPD also take place in like 2025, which is like next year? Which is crazy to think about. Because I know when Back to the Future 2 was set in 2015, and when 2015 hit, everyone's like, oh, look how much they got right. They didn't get much right. There were no flying cars in 2015, unfortunately. I have to go for a bit. I'll BRB. No problem, Chainsaw Hunter. Glad you can join us for the time you could. Oh, and I played a lot of That's Not My Neighbor. You should try it with boss level. I've heard about that game. It seems very interesting. I'll run it by them. It seems like I would really like to try one of those memory games per se. I don't really know exactly what to call them, but the games where it's like, hey, you have to remember all these really specific details, and that's the game. Like that, and I'm on observation duty is a similar type of game where it's like, oh, you have to remember very minute details in order to win the game. I'm very interested to see how good we would be at that. A Garfield xenomorph is stealing all of your food, especially the pasta and lasagna. You know what? I'm okay with it today. I've had a lot of food in the last week while on vacation. I don't really feel like eating right now. The Garfield xenomorph can have it. We went to an all-inclusive resort, meaning whatever food we wanted was already prepaid for just by staying at the resort. So it's not like, so basically it's like, oh, I had first dinner, but I'm still hungry. Let me go to a second restaurant and get another dinner. One more voice actor fusion. Let me take a picture of that, just so I don't forget it. Otto, SpongeBob the SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants, Scuttle, and Sisu. I don't know if I'm saying that one right, but I feel like you've mentioned those characters before, Nikolai, but I forget what the voice actor's name was. I think it was like Aquafina or something, but I don't know if that's the correct one. Alright, The problem with doing all the colors on one layer is I have no idea where the actual colors are that I need to be like sampling or masking out, I should say. I just literally don't know what colors are on what layer anymore. I've gotten a little confused. KyngPin, I must ask, what is your favorite kind of pie? Ooh, I'm not a huge pie person, actually. I don't really like pie that much, but one pie flavor that I really thought was good when I had it was coconut cream pie. I like coconut, so that is the exception for pie for me, is coconut cream. Other than that, I don't really eat pie that much. I don't really like jelly-like consistencies. So like the fruit mush, for lack of a better word, in a pie is just like, not my favorite. Or like a pudding pie. I don't really know if that counts as pie, but it's like it's pudding and the crust of the pie is all graham crackers. That's also another good one, but I don't know if that fully counts as pie or it's just like a dessert in a pie-like shape. Debating if I should add like a little bit of lightning around Freya for this one, just to give the piece a little more character. How long have we been going for? Okay, about an hour. Not bad. And as I say that, Nerd Comics Inc., a bit late, so apologies. First off, no problem. Maybe you could add lightning sparking off of her to emphasize the stress. Great minds think alike, nerd. I swear I did not see that comment before I said that. But I feel, at this point, I feel like I gotta do that. I love how, like, usually halfway through the drawing process, I just forego the cell shading I was doing for a more painterly style. Because, like, the face is all more or less cell shaded, but these gloves and stuff are more with the airbrush, so it's smoother blends and stuff. And that happens so many times while I'm drawing pictures. It's just like, yeah, I got bored going back and forth. I'm just gonna stick with one of them, which I don't mind. I like both rendering styles, so I just think it's cool to jump back and forth instead of sticking to just one. Yeah. So right now I'm just trying to get a gauge of like what colors still need to be shaded and which ones don't. So the green needs to be shaded. That looks good. And I want to draw you in FNAF Restaurant. What is your favorite Pokemon? Infernape. No. Favorite starter is Infernape. Favorite legendary is Giratina or Darkrai from the Platinum Pearl era of games. Those were my first Pokemon games, and they were really fun to play. I had Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, all three of them. Unfortunately, I've lost them. Which stinks, because it would have been really fun to play. I think one of them was, not, well, I guess hacked is the right word. My friend had a Action Replay, I think it was called, which basically gave you cheat codes for the game. And I had like 99 Master Balls. And then I lost the game. Like lost the cartridge. I didn't lose at Pokemon. Gonna leave for a bit because we're having dinner. No problem. Thanks for joining, Ben. I hope you have a very nice dinner. I really don't know when I'm eating or really if I'm eating, because I'm just really... Have you ever like had days where you're just like not in the mood for food? It's just like, yeah, I'll eat because I want to survive, but like I'm not particularly hungry today. Like, despite not eating at all and barely sleeping at all throughout all of yesterday, when I got home, I'm like, well, I'm not really hungry and or tired. So what do I do now? Oh, maybe I should have done some work last night. Oh, that would have been good. Freya's contemplating life decisions. It seems like that. I don't know. I wouldn't say this totally fits Freya's character, but then again, blushing doesn't really fit Dresden either, so in-universe explanations are kind of out the window at this point. We're just really doing whatever comes to mind at this point. Oh, I still have to shade the hair. I keep forgetting about that. This, it seems to be just a, like, this all seems to just be one suit. Like, there's nothing sticking out of it per se. So I'm just gonna add a couple of shading things here, and we'll add the lightning, and then that should be Freya Sparks completed. Cool. Yep, just got to do the hair now. Can you select all of the hair, please? Thank you. All right. Nope, that is not the way Pop Crush shades her hair. I don't love that. Another character suggestion. Molly McGee, The Ghost of Molly McGee, Beast Boys, Teen Titans Go. Oh, these are character suggestions for the next character. Beast Boy, Knockout, I'm not familiar with, and Sterling. What is your type of dragons? Not quite sure what you mean by that, Ark. I'll admit I'm not too familiar with different types of dragons. So if you're asking me that, I don't think I will have an answer for you. But yeah, overall, I'm just not fully understanding what you're trying to ask. Pop mode didn't show up. Yeah. That was really funny when Nerd showed those to us. Okay, now this is looking better. I like how the hair is showing up now. And then we'll use this to highlight the edges. And then we'll use this one and just make some marks. No, we won't. We'll use our actual hairbrush and make some marks. I would like to get better at rendering hair outside of this particular brush, just because I want to branch out more and like find a way to do it on my own, something like that. This looks really good. This one might be my favorite color wise. Yeah, the symbol does look like a diamond. There's a little bit more that goes below like the chest that's just not in this picture. It might be like initials, but I can't tell for sure. What is your favorite color for Power Ranger? I've always loved the Red Ranger. Red Ranger has always been my favorite. Alright, let's create some lightning. Well, actually, let's pull up this so we don't actually end up accidentally going over one of the characters with the lightning. Just being like, oops, your face got covered. That stinks. Still trying to get the hang of making lightning. But I think it's working pretty well. Like I'd say the shaping is the hardest part, and then finding a way to get like an inner glow to it. Just based on the method I use, it makes it a little difficult. But I wonder if I can do it like this. Inner glow. Go from the center. I don't love it. So what we're gonna do is actually grab you. We're going to contract it by about 2 pixels. And that was quite a lot. And then, yeah, that did not work. It is a little too small to do that, so we're going to manually paint them in here. Cool. That looks better. Yeah, usually I just like contract the original shape just so it's roughly the same when I add in the white, but for this one it's just literally too small of an area to do that. But I think from this distance it looks fine. I could probably, actually, I might want to make them a little thicker just so they stand out a little more. And then I'll add glow and some highlights to Freya, and then we'll be good. Then we can move on to voting for the next. Yeah, you know what? I'll do voting. I'll start the voting after I finish, just so I have time to read some more chat. Boss level is dragons. That'd be fun. I'd love to do a. I feel like a boss level esque video could be fun. It definitely wouldn't perform well, specifically because only at this point, because boss level is relatively still a small channel. It's getting up there. We've gotten a lot of subscribers in the last week or so, which is really cool, and people seem to be liking the games we're putting out. So it's just all a matter of maybe waiting that one out before we do a themed video on it. I am looking, so I did just come up with a video idea that I really kind of want to do now. So yeah. Alright, that's not too bad. This is gonna be a little difficult. But we'll try it. I don't know how the lighting is gonna react. Yeah, not great. I will do this instead. I'll take you. We'll expand this selection. Make it about, I don't know, expand it by 2 pixels, because that's quite a lot. Fill it in, but then make it like a darker color, or like a less saturated color, so it gives the appearance of light fading out. And then we'll do that one more time, because I've seen people do a method similar to this. I don't know, I'm sure you've all seen some kind of that 1 in 4 thing where it's like same picture in 4 different styles. When they do the neon effect, they do something like this, where since they can't do different opacities, they'll add like lighter colors of the same rough hue and then just bring it down so it looks like it's fading out. That being said, I'm gonna contract that by 1, just because I don't like how big 3 is. From a distance, it looks kind of pretty good. Okay. I do think the more we do, the better they're getting. Because look at N, who was the first one we did, and look at Freya, who was the most recent. There's definitely an improvement going on, which I'm really happy to see. All right, group all of you. You are A4, Freya Sparks, Popcross, and you go in row 4, and we add a stroke to you, and another one is done. Yay! All right, so I'm going to put up the polls. Actually, episode. Go down to be fair. All right, just making sure I'm not missing any more character suggestions. And okay, cool. No more character suggestions. I will start a poll. Unfortunately, like I said, we're going back to the in-stream poll to get more people to vote. So we can only be limited to 4 characters. And I am actually going to try not putting what each character is from and see how that affects the voting. I'm going to do a little bit of research on some of the ones. All right, cool. So I've narrowed it down to 4 of them. I guess I'll set a timer for about 5 minutes. Well, let's do 6 minutes. Wow, that took an hour and a half. Jeez. I'll set a 6-minute timer for the poll. Get in your votes now, and I will catch up with the chat. Unfortunately, the poll is really okay. There we go. It minimized, so we're good. Oh my god, stop it. Okay, there we go. All right, let's catch up with chat because I know I've missed a lot. Boss Levels Dragons. There we go. I did a poll the other day asking who the fan favorite character was, and apparently Danudu, the narrator of my dinosaur and xenomorph episodes, but he's also a self-insert, so fusion-wise. That's interesting. Yeah, that is true. For like more self-insert characters, it'd be hard to fuse them with the creator, but it's still a really cool video idea. I'm just trying to figure out how I would fuse like normal characters together. Not normal, but like humanoid characters. Like I have no idea how I would fuse myself and Professor Marcus Plague other than just like putting myself in his clothing. I don't know. I need to design more OCs soon. Your comments, you just made me think. When Sterling is sweating bullets, would his biomedical basically make his sweat metal? Well, that's a really interesting idea. So that means Nerd X Dino Dude, though, that might seem too easy. Actually, if there's I've learned that if there's too many similarities, it actually makes the fusion harder. Because if there's too many things the same, you're not fusing them in a way that you can tell the different pieces apart. It's just like, well, they could be part of this character or this character, but they just kind of look the same. They end up looking like one character either way. Fusions are really interesting. And if you want a really cool video, I recommend the Ink Tank. They did a video a few years ago, like explaining different types of fusions that there are. And so I think that's like, if you want to, I totally recommend it. Ink Tank's a really cool YouTube channel. I highly recommend it. Sup, King? Hey, hey, Alan Animations. How's it going? Glad you can make the stream. What you drawing? We are taking character suggestions from the chat and making them into this big emotional chart. We've been doing this for 5 streams so far, and we still have a lot to go. KyngPin Duck Scare Cannon when? I gotta think. I want to make Duck Scare Cannon, but I really gotta figure out like what's going on video wise, because I know there's one video that a lot of people have been asking to see, which I need to work on soon. There's a special video that came up, air quotes, last minute, that I have to work on for this week. Then there's the recreation. So at some point I got to sit down and map out what videos are coming out soon and really what, where particular narrator stories are going. Who's your favorite creature that you did, and do you want to do D&D soon with your friends? I would love to do the D&D soon with friends, but that requires a lot of planning that I have to meet with them. Like I said, I don't know much, so in terms of DMing, I would need to talk with mostly the boss level people and be like, hey, A, do you want to be a part of this? B, how would you do this? But yeah, I really would love to do D&D at some point. What Duck Scare? I'm so confused when you all ask for Duck Scare to be canon. So, apple flavors, you'll find out in about 1:17. I have the timer sound I have is a duck. And what happened in previous streams is I would forget I've set the timer. So when the duck noise goes off, I get scared. And the chat has deemed that a duck scare, who they've then made into a character. I believe it was, I might be remembering wrong, but a pet, or like a pet SCP for Professor Marcus Plague. And I just kind of have to figure out like what Duck Scare's abilities would be and what his design would be like, because I think it has the potential to be really cool, kind of like almost channel mascot-esque. And like I really want to sell stickers of it. Like I want to design Duck Scare and be like, you can get your Duck Scare stickers now. Because I would so decorate something with a Duck Scare sticker. Actually, speaking of, we have Gummy Goo from the amazing Cyberpunk Circus. I made that into a sticker, which is available on the Teespring store. It was a last-minute call. There it was. Forgot the... I set the timer again. But it was a last-minute call, so I didn't announce it in the video. But there are stickers on my Teespring store now of the Gummy Goo Cyberpunk thing. If any of you want to pick some of those up. I want to pick some of those up, actually. Actually drawing Freya? Yeah, chat voted on Freya. So she is in the A4 position. And we're actually going to end the poll now to figure out who's going in F3, which is Crying, which is going to be a very interesting one. Before you know, if the Blessing Dresden will become a meme. Possibly. Oh, okay. The chat's already filling in apple flavors on what Duck Scare is. My gosh, this is what happens when I'm behind on Dresden. What? Blushing Dresden. Yeah, this is what happens when I miss the chat. I do see this one from Ven, though. When is the recreations dropping exactly? I don't think I was there when you mentioned it. So, as of right now, the plan is to get it out next Monday, so the first Monday in June. I am a little behind schedule, so that's a little up in the air at the moment, but I'm still fully intending to get it out on that Monday. So I hope that answers your questions. I'm back. Hello, Dempsey. How you doing? Glad you, welcome back. Still can't believe someone ratted out Blushing Dresden. I feel like it could have been would have been another 2 weeks before Popcross noticed. It would have been great if it was like it went on for like a year, or like we finished it and we're just finally like, hey, you haven't seen this, but here's like 17 of your characters as voted on by livestream chat. To be fair, it wasn't me, which I'm impressed by. Yeah, I feel like we were talking about it in the artist chat, and Popcross just never caught on, or we were just being very intentionally vague about it, so he wouldn't catch on. But by the way, the winner of the poll was please zoom in, thank you, was Dempsey's original character, Aaronfold Bainsworth, crying in this one right here. So, guess we better get to work. I have to say, I really do love the uncharacteristic ones that end up being picked all the time. Y'all in boss level should play content warning if you haven't yet. We have not, and it looks like a very fun game. Admittedly, I don't know too much about it, but it does look really fun. Unfortunately, part of the problem with those multiplayer games is everyone needs a copy. That is way too much of a... Why was the eraser so big? The problem with those types of games where everyone needs a copy is that costs multiple amounts of money that can't exactly be spared at the moment, just because of things like rent and stuff. So like we have to be very select with the games we play that require multiple copies. But I really do... Like, that one looks fun. I know Lethal Company is another one of those games that we did play, but we all needed a specific copy, which is a little... Why am I starting with the hair? That feels really weird, but you know what? We've dug this. We've made this bed, now we have to lie in it. I don't know, this feels... I mean, we do have the base set up, so it's not like we're starting completely from scratch from the hair. It's just... I don't know. I've never started a drawing at the hair before. It's really hard to get this little floof, would you call it? It's really hard to get the floof at the right angle. That's not bad. That's a little better. Too big. But yeah, there's a lot of games we want to play for boss level that we haven't gotten around to yet. We did... No, that was a while ago. Never mind. I was going to say we did recently finish recording a series, but we finished that a while ago, and the final episodes are just coming out in the next couple weeks. And then there's a really there's a little bit of a spoiler, but there's a really special game for boss level coming out sometime around mid-June. I forget the exact date of it, but yeah, some kind of Saturday in the middle of June, there's going to be a game that I'm very excited to share with you. And honestly, it's been a little rough not to talk about it. I don't really have one, but Ghost Orchid is a cool one. Ah, I've never heard of that flower, but it's a really cool name, though. I'll admit that. I apologize for not talking much. I am very intently focused on getting this design right. I just noticed the absolute size of the eyebrows on this character. Look at these things. They're huge. Maybe might move all this down just a little bit. Just to about there, just because the hair wound up looking a little thin. Once again, this is really, I mentioned it while we were working on Freya, this is really good practice for me to learn how to do hairstyles. Because I know for a fact I've never done a hairstyle this complicated before. My hairstyles are usually very clean and like solid shapes almost. This is really interesting to see how I will say I'm interested to see how I render or like I draw these characters from scratch rather than having like a base reference for it. I could definitely imagine. I feel like this is how Erenfold would get if there was a beastie that he wasn't able to slay. Dempsey, let me know if I'm lore accurate with that. If this is how Erenfold would be if he couldn't slay any of the beasties. Now, do we draw? Well, I mean, the tears would have to go over the beard. Okay, that makes sense. Apologies, it's getting very hot down here. Who is your favorite episode you did so far? Episode of what? Like favorite video I've made for the channel so far? If that's the case, no, that's not what Erenfold tears look like. Favorite video. Amazing Cyberpunk Circus is up there. Venomized Circus Part 2. But I may be biased since that is the highest viewed video on the channel. I don't know. Other than that, I'm kind of blanking on what other videos I've done. What was his response after finding out? He was, I assume you're talking about Popcross learning about the Blushing Dresden. He seemed to really like it. I think he was, surprised that one of the Vigilance characters, two at this point, made it onto the list, that people were voting for those. But I think he really liked the fact that they were up there. Sorry if I keep suggesting dungeon meshy characters. It's my current obsession. Hey, no problem. Also, you're like 30 comments behind, lol. I know, this is just a rolling thing with the streams, Alan Animation. I'm so bad at keeping up with the chat. I'm trying to just kind of like skim through. I feel bad about doing it, but I really want to make sure I'm more up to date, because I usually wind up missing a lot, which I think is a little worse than not missing. Well, yeah, missing a lot is a little worse than not reading every comment. So like, I think it's better to be up to date with the comments, because somebody can always just type the same message twice. But when I'm constantly trying to go back, as I am now, and make sure every comment gets read, it feels a little disconnected. Like, oh, I'm no longer in the moment with the rest of the stream. I'm still 20 minutes back. So I'm trying to read a lot, but not all of the chat comments if it gets a little bit overwhelming. I hope that's okay with everybody. I just imagine a duck with a black crown. That would be cool. A black crown would really look cool. I know we were talking about this before, but when Nerd turned all of us into Digital Circus characters, the black and red Kinger design looked amazing. Okay. Just trying to get a feel of how the clothing is laid out here. There's big shoulder pads here. I think it's something like this. This seems right. Yeah, something like that. That looks right. Or at least close. Congrats, you are now the second of us to have a character in a completely out of character pose. Duck Scare design should either be one of those clock animals that come out of the clocks, or those twistable animals that you twist the thing on top and it moves for like 10 seconds. I know what the first Alan Animation, I know the first one you're talking about is. I don't know if I'm familiar with the second one. The ones that you twist. Yeah, I'm not sure if I know what that one is. these are a little uneven in terms of consistency of shape, but I think it's okay. They are on opposite sides, so I think I can get away with that. For the most part. Yo, first Dempsey character. Yeah. Damn, I was going to help Knight of Arcane. Yeah, and that'll be me for 70 characters of this. Yeah, I mean, we have so many more to go. So if you all want to suggest more characters from Dempsey, Knight of Arcane, Nerd Comics Inc., Popcross, I am all for it, because these, I gotta say, these have probably been the most fun to draw. Have been the artist original characters. I think part of the reason for that is because, like, it's not ones that I've drawn before. Like, I've worked with Alistair, I've worked with Gummy Goo, and all that stuff. But the original ones I haven't worked with at all in the channel. So it's really cool to, like, try my hand at basically something different. And also, somewhat kind of ish learning emotions too. I really do hope I come out of this with, like, a better understanding of emotions and facial expressions. And even still, I can always refer to this chart as reference if ever need be. I do feel bad that some of this does end up being tracing though. Like this hand, I literally traced over just to keep it consistent. But overall, I don't think it's a huge deal. Fingerless gloves would end about here. So I think it's like this. 'Cause fingerless gloves, at least mine, they end roughly after the first knuckle. So I think that's how that would look. Possibly. I like it. And when he doesn't throw hands with a beast. Looking at that emotion, all I can think of is, what am I fighting for, clip? And may I ask, can you ask boss level to play Not My Neighbor? Yeah, after the stream, I'm going to, I'll throw it in our little document worth of games we want to play, and then I'll also pass it by them for a possible series, or even just a one-off. It would be, I think it'd be really fun. Aaron got that cowlick. Yeah, a little bit. Any thoughts on Indigo Park? Indigo Park is a game I do want to play on boss level. I saw that it came out just to kind of keep my reaction fresh. I haven't played it yet. I know that as time goes on, it's going to fade more into obscurity. Unfortunately, our recording schedule is a little booked where it won't be coming out at least till July. But I heard it was very short. So as long as I don't have to look for boxes like in Poppy Playtime Chapter 1, we should be definitely okay to play it for one-off. But it does look very interesting. I'm always eager to play indie games. I am considering pitching Garden of Banban to them for a game, because I know that one in particular is divisive at best. But I will give props to the Ban creators, because I know creating a game is not an easy feat. So even if the game is not perfectly polished, I still think it's cool that they went out and did that. I will give credit to anyone who at least tries to do what they want. It might not always be perfect the first time, but you know, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. I tried to draw him last week and I struggled, and he's my character. Yeah, one of the things that does, I don't know, worry me, but one of my artist fears is not being able to draw the same character consistently. I've never tried it yet, but like, I'm like, I'm really scared that I designed this character, but I don't know how I did, and so I won't be able to recreate it. But like anything in art, I just need to practice at that. And then hopefully I can get better. And do you want to heard a new challenge called Blind Game? I have not heard of that. Is that like is that a video game or like a challenge of some sort, I guess? I can't say I've heard of it before though. I saw, okay, the chat skipped to the bottom, but I saw, yeah, official designs for 50 and 51 when? That's a good question. I would like to say the next demon video. That being said, I don't know when the next demon video will be. Like I said, I have to sit down, plan out the next couple of videos. If you're able to do one more character, then I'll suggest Frayed from me. Should be in the Discord. It's a recent post. Oh, okay. Original character. Got it. Yeah, actually, once I finish the line art, I'll spin the wheel, find out the next emotion. I know. See, this is the only thing that worries me about skipping through the chat, is I don't want to miss anything. I know somebody suggested a character. Ah, there we go. Okay. What I should do is mark them down and then fill in the emotion later. Churro. Right. Other than that, I don't think I saw any other characters being suggested. I am skimming through the chat looking for the format, so if I do miss your character suggestion, I do apologize. But if you look up in the pinned comment, there is a method, like a format to suggest characters that makes it easy to stand out in the chat from. But once I finish this line art, I'll spin and then we'll get our next character. We'll most likely do what we did last time, where we do the sketch of the character, depending on how far we get and how late it is. We'll probably do the initial sketch and then pick up the next stream with the line art. I think that's a pretty good method, just so we can get right into it at the start of the stream, although we never do. We take a little bit of time to sit and talk with each other, which isn't a problem. It's nice to ease everyone into the stream rather than just, all right, here we go, stream, let's go, full force, woo. And I know Dempsey said, don't forget the scar, which would be on this eye. Okay, I'm gonna do this. I want to try it without the line art, so I'll make a note to add the scar in the coloring stage. Maybe we could try that. Because I also want to try, well, not try, it's just what I usually do. I want to do the water without line art as well, so the tears and stuff. Were there... Have you seen the Amazing Digital Fight Club? It's a sick AU, and I think you'd like it itself. Yes, I have seen that one. It's so cool. Like, the designs are really cool, and a lot of the, like, I've seen a lot of other people, like, not making their own interpretations of it, but, like, making comics based on it and stuff. And it's really cool. It is... I'm fairly new to, like, the whole AU kind of thing. I was really... Well, first, I never really paid attention to, like, fandoms for shows I liked. I was just like, hey, cool, I like this show. I'll look at a few art posts of characters and stuff like that. But I was never really, like, added to, like, discourse around it. Like, I never really talked about it with people on social media. And to be fair, I'm still very reserved in that, right? I don't really post a lot or, like, generate, like on Reddit. I don't usually go and, like, talk to people on Reddit unless it's, like, something insightful, I have to say. I really don't know how to explain it, but then now, but I'm very new to the whole AU kind of thing, but like that one just looks so cool. There's also a really cool one on Instagram I saw. I forget who it's by, but they did opposites, so every character was the polar opposite of what they're like in the show. So they switched up color palettes, personalities, stuff like that. It was really cool. If I can find it, I'll probably make a community post about it. I think. Oh, wind-up toys. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, thank you, nerd. Yeah, that does make sense. Dempsey, I thought Aaronfold could slay a turtle dragon, which gave him a fear of turtles. Draw Dr. Plague eventually, I beg. Then I'm assuming you mean drawing Dr. Plague in this emotion chart. Because Dr. Plague does have a design. It was in the community redraw in February, I think? No, March. March. Yeah, no. Yes? No. Yes, because... No, this would be May's. The demons were April. March's redraw. It was March's redraw, yes. Wait, was it? Why does that not feel right? Did I miss a month for redraws? Why is this, like, why is something not adding up? Okay. May? No. April? March? February. Okay, so yes, the March redraw is Plague's official design. Although I might redesign it because I noticed some facial features were a little messed up for that one. Also, this is looking awesome. Thank you, Dempsey. I'm glad you like it. I'm always worried about... so one of the things for pop crosses are like, I really hope I'm doing this character justice, because this is a person I, for lack of a better word, know or like communicate with on a semi-regular basis. I really don't want to butcher their characters that they've worked really hard on. Ever thought about doing any artist reboot videos of your own? Like, artist reboots. I think well, okay, so I've had ideas to redesign characters, which would essentially be artist reboots, but if any of you know of Fantasy Creed, the art channel on YouTube, they recently did 2 videos where they redesigned the villains from the new Megamind series, and that exploded. That got them like, at least I think one of the videos is like over 100,000 views at this point, which is insane. So I had ideas to try that out, which is why moving forward, once I get back ahead of schedule, I want to try doing some new things with the videos. Like, I want to get out weekly videos every Monday still, but I also want to do like other videos, like taking old OCs and redesigning them and stuff like that. So not videos of the same format where it's 1 or 3 drawings and a story, but more so where it's like 1 drawing and just a little bit of talk over it and like what I did differently from when I designed it 15 years ago or whatever it is. And I've got a whole bunch of them, so that could be a series on its own. At this rate, we should all suggest original characters just to see how KyngPin would feel. That would be really cool. If you all had a way, like the best way for that to happen is if you had a way to send me a reference image. Why am I blurry? Focus on me, please. Thank you. If you had a way to send me a reference image of the original characters you wanted, that would be really cool. But I also think it would be really cool to, I mean, that's part of what the recreations is drawing your original characters. But yeah, to like do more of that would be cool. Useless fact. My birthday is on the 27th of June. My gay uncle got married on my 2nd birthday, and June is Pride Month, so I'm going all out for Pride. Oh, that's awesome, and I'm sure we'll be doing a stream before then, but in case something goes horribly wrong and we don't stream until after the 27th, happy birthday. Wait, no, not my 2nd birthday, my 7th. Easy mistake, but that's awesome. Technically, you're already making AUs, especially with the Murder Drones, Dragons, TADC Venomized, or in Cyberpunk. or the MHA Western stuff. That is true. I never really thought about it like that, but when I posted the artwork on socials about the Cyberpunk one, I'm like, hey, this is a Neo I'm creating. And maybe has, maybe does a, you know, sequel coming up soon, maybe? I don't know. Was there a April redraw? I think so. I think the April redraw was the Fakemon as demons, but I could be wrong, honestly. Like, I feel like there's a gap in the redraws where one just didn't happen. In case you didn't see it yet, Baymax x Glamrock Freddy. That'd be a cool fusion. Baymax x Glamrock. Right, we start at 2, so if we go to like 5-ish, I guess. All right, we got to finish coloring, shading, and sketch for another one. So let's spin the wheel for the next one and throw your character suggestions into the chat using the format from the pinned comment. We have D3. So your next emotion is... Oh... this very sad looking boy right here. Why is he so sad? Why are we getting all the sad characters today? I swear, if we spin again and we get this one, I need something happy. Give me B1 or like whatever this one is. Okay. I don't know who's gonna be drawn for this one, but this might be my favorite expression so far. Just the blank, vacant eyes. Joking. In fact, I think I'll suggest an OC for the next emotion right now. Awesome. Can't wait to see it. All right, let's remove this from the thing. All right, so after D3, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 more to go. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But we're making progress. That's good. All right. Let's give a quick minute so I can write down suggestions. Have you seen a mantis eat? It looks creepily cool. I can't say I have, though it does seem... I don't know. I don't want to, like... I don't know. Nature's scary. I don't know if I would go out of my way to look that up, just for my own peace of mind. I tried drawing like a spider-esque character once. Actually, wait, no, I mentioned this in when I was doing a submission for Popcross's redraw. I looked up spiders just to get like their anatomy, and that was probably one of the worst experiences in my life. Having to research spiders and seeing like close-ups of them. Ugh. I do not like it. I'm actually done with my profile picture. It's much better than my Perplex Spore one. I'll make sure to post in the Discord. Awesome. I'll look out for it. I've had my phone on looking up with this Ehrenfold reference, so I'm sure I've missed a lot of, what is it called, notifications so far. No, not too many. But I know there are ones that need to be. Can you stop deselecting? I would like the... I just wanted to stay open so I can get a reference of what I'm supposed to be drawing. Imagine a Mantis character that is literally the narrator of a folklore series if KyngPin does a folklore series. That's interesting. Folklore is, correct me if I'm wrong. Folklore is like the cryptids and stuff. So like, it's not really cryptid, but like the vampires and like monsters and stuff like that. That would fall under folklore, right? Oh, that is a very orange ear. There we go. Okay. Characters. We've got Dreamweaver, Knight of Arcane. We've got Sad from Inside Out. We've got Frayed from Apple Flavors. Yep, have that one. Okay. Don't know if I'm saying this right. Pharos from Ven. I posted him on the Discord recently, and if it does succeed, hope it's okay if I send it through DMs. Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. I thought you might have been exaggerating when you said this would take the rest of the year. I was wrong. I know. I don't know. Like, it's obviously taking quicker than, what's it called? It's quicker than a normal drawing would take for a video. That's around 3 to 4 hours. But each one, these are still like taking an hour and a half to do. It's insane. I mean, obviously, yes, I'm going back and forth between the chat and stuff. But still, like, I feel like for a third of the body that I'm drawing, it should be taking a little bit less time. Especially since, like, I have a reference already. Like, the emotion is there, and I have the base construction. I just have to add the character elements to it. Ah, yeah. Didn't think that one through. I think some of the problem might be is, you see how close in I'm zoomed right now? There we go. You see how closely zoomed in I'm right now, which is like so much bigger than it's ever going to be. So I do get hung up on details that aren't important and might not ever get seen. So that there's a bit of a flaw on my part there, where I'm spending a little much more time than necessary on each one. Character Angelic Demon, if you want to see more Angelic Demon poses and more drawings of him. Yes. Okay. Angelic Demon is written down. I think spiders are cool. Spiders are interesting, but like they freak me out. I do have small fear of spiders. Actually, not really. I just don't like them. They're not my favorite thing in the world. If I had to choose one animal to encounter, it would not be a spider. Don't forget Van Helsing. Okay, yeah. Yeah, folklore is gothic horror, like mine or Popcross's Van Helsing series. That would be a cool one to do. I do really like that kind of... I do like gothic. Gothic is always really cool. Why did you go black and white? There we go. Cyberpunk Disney princesses. That would be cool. I did... well, first off, I really love doing the cyberpunk aesthetic, so might do more of those coming up. And I'd be really interested to do one of those, because when I did the collab with Dempsey J Illustrations and Allen Animations, I suggested for Dempsey to draw a cyberpunk Cinderella. So seeing that as with other princesses would be really cool. Alright, it's kind of like a grayish yellow, this part of it. A little darker and grayer. A little grayer. There we go. Perfect! And then this one is more of a golden. Okay. Add the scar after this. 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 Just gotta constantly remind myself. Because I know for, I don't know if it happened with Dresden, but I know with Alistair, there were like 3 streams where I'm just like, oh yeah, I gotta add the monocle on Alistair. Oh yeah, I gotta add the monocle on Alistair. Oh yeah, I gotta add the monocle on Alistair. And then I just never did it. I wound up just doing it before we started on the next character at the beginning of, like, I think it was last stream. It's been a while. If anybody remembers, was the last stream the one where I thought we lost all the progress? Where, like, Photoshop just unexpectedly quit on itself? Also, that was me with the exaggerating with it being the year 2025 and the year 2029. Yeah. I mean, we're nearing... I think we're... Okay, I don't know how true this statement is. I think we're close to halfway done. But I don't know about that. Okay, it goes over the eyebrow? I think we'll go under, right? It's a little hard to tell from this picture, but I think the scar goes underneath the eyebrow. It's also very hard to see. The color I chose was not the best. I should choose something a little more vibrant or saturated. There we go. That's easier to see. And then I'm gonna trim off some of it to shape it. I put it on its own layer so I can freely adjust it as needed. There we go. Scar. And then just the gloves, and we will be good. I am eating a burrito. You are a lucky one, Ark. I would like a burrito. Actually, I don't know if that's true. Like, I like burritos, but I don't know, like, I'm not in the mood to eat a burrito. That seems like really heavy right now. Cyberpunk FNAF. That would be interesting. I missed something. I feel like I missed something. This folklore. Also, nerd, did you ever think of turning Skylanders into folklore creatures or Garden of Banban as folklore creatures? Oh, that's cool. No, I did not, but I will write it down. Yeah, that sounds like a cool idea, nerd. I would be excited to see that if you wound up going through with it. I also want to do, so in the future, I want to do some work with, I want to work with some of the video games we've played on boss level. Because there's a lot of really fun characters that I just kind of want to draw just for the heck of it. Mainly Monster Prom characters. I love that game so much. And I've recently found out that there are other ones. There are sequels to that game that I never knew about. The tears. I am trying to, like, I've been drawing water a lot, so I'm really glad we're doing this one. Because I like testing. I actually really like the rendering process I have for water. Okay. The smoothing is really just taking up too much time. It is fun to zoom out and just take a look at everything. Oh, hey, I just realized we're finally filling out row 3. For the last 4 weeks, it is the only one we didn't land on. And now we got 2 of them. That's pretty cool. Like how KyngPin forgot Ehrenfold's scar. I got it. It's drawn. It's right there. It's right there. You can see it. If you look really closely, it's right there. You can see it. I didn't forget. I just kind of put it off till the end. He'll get there probably. Have a little faith in me, please. Yes, I said if you had a nickel every time I thought we lost everything, I would have 2 nickels. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Dr. Heinz Doofenshmirtz. Doofenshmirtz. I'm just going to put P and F. I don't feel like typing it out. Thinking about his childhood. Oh, that's cruel. Is it just me, but why is Doofenshmirtz considered smart if he's constantly getting defeated by a platypus over and over again? Interesting. That's a very good question. Did you hear about what happened to Dan TDM? No, I didn't. Did something happen? I didn't hear about anything. I haven't watched Dan TDM in a while. Oh, wait. Oh, I love this. This is so much fun. Here we go. Oh, well, you're still up. Okay, cool. Trust me, you get tired of making small burrito and eating every day at least one time because you don't know what to eat. That's true. I usually eat the same thing for lunch every day, and some days it's just like, maybe something different. Just change it up just a little bit. Took a shower. What did I miss? Not much. We're working on Aaron Fold still. What is it? We spun for the next one, which is F3, which is up in the little screenshot. It's another sad-looking character. Although I think you were here for that, then. If that's the case, not much has happened. Just kind of working our way through this one, and looks like we'll probably have time to at least, well, we still have to vote. I would like to get started on the next character, if anything, but we will see how long Aaron Fold ends up taking. KyngPin, can you turn Garden of Ban into SCPs or demons? I think that would be a cool idea. Garden of Ban. Didn't the new one like just come out too? I think I saw something. It was like Garden of Ban 7 is out. I could be very wrong on that, but I feel like I heard that somewhere. I'm gonna try. I haven't really done it from the beginning, but I'm gonna try to copy Dempsey's rendering hairstyle. Style of rendering hair. Just to like really open up my palette to other ways to render than using pre-made brushes. Dan TDM randomly got appendicitis. Oh, jeez. That's not good. I hope he's okay. Because I know appendicitis can actually be really bad. So in all seriousness, I really do hope he's okay. It is weird that, like, things like that can just randomly happen. Like, your body's just like, what if something went wrong today? And then, nah, I don't want to think about that. Oof. Yeah. I definitely hope he's okay. That is definitely not good. The hair rendering is okay. Definitely can use some improvement, though I do think it looks good on the beard. Yeah, that's not bad. Sorry, I'm very intently focusing on the shapes of the shading. I will get back to the chat in a minute, I promise. It's not bad, actually. I'm really liking the way this is turning out. I do want to add a few more little in here, though, in the shaded area. There we go. Just fill up some of the empty space. Cool. Looking good. I like it. Stitch 620. Is that a Lilo? Does that mean Lilo and Stitch? Yes. Okay. I just had to double check. Stitch X Rocket. What is your favorite FNAF animatronic? I think Glamrock Freddy or one of the Foxies, I think, are probably one of my all-time favorites. I don't really have a reason as to why. Well, Glamrock Freddy, because A, the design is cool, and B, he's voiced by Kellen Goff, who is an insanely talented voice actor. And then there's actually, I think Kellen Goff actually voices Foxy in the movie as well, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, there's your why as to why I chose those two. Yo, KyngPin, have you heard of the first Roblox game, Regretivator? It's a meme filled with a bunch of NPCs that I think would be cool if you used. I have not heard of that, but I will do a quick search. Well, first one. Okay. Well, apparently it's in my history, so I've heard of it before? I don't know. It's not ringing any bells. Either way, though, it does seem interesting. At least with the characters. Interesting. I'll have to check it out. I have not played Roblox in many, many years. Garden of Banban is superheroes. Interesting. That could be cool. Because I don't know if anyone else has worked with Garden of Banban. I know Popcross did. Although that might have just been a variety episode type deal rather than a full Banban-centric episode. Either way, Banban is one of the ones I'm like, hey, it'd be cool to work with this. It'd be ridiculous, just because I know the game is rather ridiculous. But yeah, no, I would definitely love to work with that one day. The problem is there's so many fun ideas that I want to do, but time will not allow me. And most of the problem is the editing phase. The editing and scripting probably take the longest for me. In terms of making a video. Like, I feel confident that I'd be able to do enough drawings a week to get 2 videos out, but I don't believe I can get... Uh-oh. Am I glitching? Save Photoshop. Not sure. Things seem to be going okay on my end, but if you want to maybe try refreshing the stream, maybe that's it. Other than that, I'm not entirely sure what it could be. I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, I feel really confident that I'd be able to get enough drawings done in a week for 2 videos, but it's the scripting that is the most time consuming. That I know for a fact I wouldn't be able to do 2 in a week for. KyngPin, if you do another voice actor fusion, maybe do the characters of the guy who voices Beep Bop from TMNT 2012. 12 Beep Bop VO. I do this, so even though part 2 of redesigning boss fight and part 2 of voice actor fusions didn't do as well as their first episode counterparts, I still really just want to go in and do more, because honestly the voice actor fusion ones are so much fun to do. And you all seem to really like it as well. And plus, there's so many suggestions for that one that I can't just stop doing them. think Popcross did one episode turning Gardner and Ban Ban into SCPs. Oh, yeah, you might be right. That does sound familiar. I just can't remember exactly what the drawings were. But yeah, that does sound like a familiar topic. Well, Mr. Dadadoo is the creepiest character. Mr. Dadadoo. Oh, yeah, that guy. How long do you think you would survive in the FNAF universe? Not very long. I know for a fact. I don't have great survival instinct. Well, you know what? I take that back. I would be smart enough not to go into one of the restaurants at night. I like to believe I might not be the smartest person, but I like to believe I have enough common sense to be like, maybe not. Maybe this is something I don't want to be doing. Alright, it's looking good. Never mind, the glitch stops. Okay, that's good. Please say I don't want to say 3 nickels in the stream. Yes, everything is being saved. We are all good. I don't know if you've seen the recreation subs, but that was the 3rd time I've submitted a large animal-like character. Yikes. I haven't gotten a chance to look at them fully yet. I've definitely put them, like, I've seen them as I was gathering them for the submissions, but other than that, I haven't gotten the chance to fully look at them yet. Couldn't slay the wee beasties. Okay, just to say, I enjoy the redraws because it gives me the drive to draw something. Plus, when my submission is chosen, it makes it all worth it. Yeah, I do like... It is fun to give people little prompts to draw. I feel like... Well, I know Ark asks almost every stream for a prompt to draw, which is really fun to see what they come up with. And I mean, my favorite thing about the recreations so far is just seeing what people come up with. Because there have been some really good designs and ideas so far. Nab Nab, Ban Ban, and Slow Celine are the only ones I remember. Slow Celine is the snail, if I'm remembering correctly, right? I mean, it would make the most sense, but I don't recognize the name off the top of my head. And now for the waterworks, we get to do really weird shapes. Just Okay, let's bump you up a little bit. Alright, it is a little difficult to do in such a small area, but it's quite alright. Yeah, I don't know if this is working exactly how I wanted. It's a little rough in a smaller area, but it still gives the consistency of water, which is what's important. It's alright. It's a little far away to stress out about the details. Yeah, I think we're fine. Ban episode Popcross made was a variety episode. He basically made the characters more monstrous in different types of media, like Kaiju's SCPs. Ah, gotcha. But what if you were a security guard with barely anything to live off of and you had no choice? Then, I mean, in that case, then I guess I wouldn't last very long. If I had to go into the restaurant every night, I'm just, well, that's it. Like, I doubt, like, weapons would really do anything against them, so it's not like you can just, like, shoot them if they come after you. I don't know. Out of all the fictional universes there are, I can't say I would last very long in FNAF. Or Poppies. Or Ban. Or Bendy. Yeah, it'd be a small bit of a disaster. Trying to survive in one of those. I would definitely not be the best equipped for the job. Like, even, like, not even, like, the job of survival. I just wouldn't make the best security guard either. Alright. And I think with that, we've got another one down. This is row number 3. And since it's the first 3 we have, you get to start off our folder. Cool. All right, nice. Oops, punch the mic. Sorry. When can we expect the next episode of Venomized Circus? I have ideas for the next episode of Venomized Circus. Story-wise, at least. How I would turn that into a full episode of drawings, I'm not entirely sure yet. But I do want to do another one. I will say it's probably more likely Cyberpunk Circus will get a sequel. We'll get another episode before part 4 of Venomized Circus. Just because, well, A, it's a fresh idea. And part 3 of Venomized Circus was kind of just, well, I need a way to talk about the characters while I draw the 3 remaining cast members, minus the Glint Queen. So the story really was like, not my best work. So yeah, I don't know when, but it's definitely a video that I would like to do, just to kind of see how it would work. I feel like the best parts of the Venomized story was parts 1 and part 2. Part 4 is going to be... It has potential, but I don't know where the story would go yet. Just go homeless. Better than getting your head ripped off. Yeah, that's slightly true, I guess. Nerd, we were kidnapped in Rainbow Friends 1. Guess I forgot. Not only did Data Do escape Bouncella's pouch, but they also took over the other characters from Garden of Banban. Interesting. Could you Yossify subscriber OCs? That is a very interesting idea. Yossified sub OCs. I would be very interested to see how that turns out. I can low-key imagine Nexum or Val teasing Aaronfold for looking like that. Val is Velocity, by the way. Ah, okay, gotcha. I think I read someone say something about that earlier in the chat. I can only imagine a Yossified awesome JJ Ranger. I would be, oh, I got money just for chilling and closing doors. If somebody comes close to me and I look at cool cams and it's at night, sign me up, baby. The only problem I would have is surviving. Yeah, that's kind of the big one though, isn't it? I feel like surviving is the biggest issue with all of that. So Celine is basically Turbo from the movie Turbo, a hypersonic snail. Ah, nice. Audio went mute for a second. Well, that's not good. I hope that's fixed. No, I'm afraid I was wrong about the Banban episode. Ah, you're okay. I mean, what is Popcross has like 800 episodes, something like that. $627. Okay, I was a little bit off. Character suggestion. Awesome JJ Ranger. I will add it. You can grab a taser or electro stuff in FNAF, and to be honest, I feel like you have more chances of surviving in FNAF universes unless you're fighting Springtrap. Just to tell you. In FNAF universe, animatronics only attacking somebody who's a threat. That is true. So as long as I'm not a threat, I'm okay. That's fair. I think Kane confettied the Glowing Queen like gummy goo. Well, that's an interesting theory, actually. I mean, if the Glowing Queen was just part of an adventure, then that would make sense. Cyberpunk Bendy and the Ink Machine. That's cool. Cyberpunk Bendy. Alright. It's 5 o'clock now. We've been streaming for about 3 hours. I don't know if I'm going to start the next one. We probably can. But I am going to put the poll up. D3. Sad boy. I am actually going to... So a lot of you have posted characters in the Discord. So I do want to just check those out. All right. All looking really cool. If any of you have characters you want to send for the emotion chart, feel free to go ahead. All right. The post is going out. Yeah. Poll's going out. 6 minutes on the clock. Feel free to vote for the one you would like to see. I'm trying to keep it like an even balance of pop culture characters and OCs. But if you don't get picked for this one, you can always submit your OC or pop culture character again if you want. Now, how do I find a picture of Dreamweaver? I do realize that if Dreamweaver wins, that is the only one I don't know where to find a reference image of. No. Dream. There we go. Just put my character in the Discord. Cool. TDC theory, the reason NPCs are not allowed in the circuits is because NPCs can abstract as well, and it's even worse when the human abstracts. Well, that's interesting. That's a really cool theory. I am very interested to see where the show goes. Like, I know Gooseworks said it was going to be a lot of like character-based stuff, but I think it like uncovering little bits and pieces would also be really cool. It's an art post. Ask Knight of Arcane. Yeah. Or I don't know, stalk her channel and other socials to see if she's posted. I know, I did find Knight of Arcane. They posted, they have a playlist of Dreamweaver. That being said, I don't know if a picture of Dreamweaver is in any of those videos. Though I will say, if memory serves correct, I believe Dreamweaver was in the cameo they made for me during the circus one. Oh, did the sound start going? Why is the sound going through the mic? What is going on with my computer today? Nope. You? There we go.
Which leaves Dreamweaver.
I found it.
Called.
Haha,
hopefully didn't
memory.
put a claim on KyngPin.
This is going to be very interesting. I'm realizing if Dreamweaver wins, Dreamweaver doesn't have any facial expressions. Oh, awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Nerd, for sending that to me. Dreamweaver's entire face is covered. This is going to be interesting. Done with Victini in Ben 10. Awesome. I'll check that out in a second. I don't know how much longer the timer's going to go. I might get a little bit scared. KyngPin, is that a Goliath bird-eating spider in your home? I can only assume that is a real species of spider. I'm not going to look it up because I really, really don't want to see that. I can only imagine it's gigantic, scary, possibly hairy, and just all around a nightmare. So, I'm just going to say I really hope it's not in my house because I can only imagine that thing, how harmful that thing is. Like, I'm sure it's not friendly. Prepare to get duck scared. I'm not going to get duck scared this time. I got it on my phone. I have it up. I can check when it's going to go off. All right. I think I can probably get rid of this reserved for down here. I think we're just kind of jumping around with original characters now, which I think is really cool. That we can include some of the community's characters in this chart as well. Goliath bird spiders are real awesome bird-eating giant spiders. Oof, that makes my skin crawl. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. I think I was a little bit ahead on the counting. All right, ending the poll. We've got a 3-way tie. You guys just don't want the stream to end, don't you? All right. Well, if that's the case, break the tie. Dreamweaver. Sad. Doof. All right. 3-way tie. We now have 3 minutes to break the tie. So, interesting. I can only see the top result during the poll. And so I saw a Dreamweaver with like 28% or something. I'm like, oh, okay. Not a huge landslide, but there's a winner. And then I hit end, and it's like, basically everybody wanted the same amount of things, so. Future stream idea, abstracted gummy goo. That'd be cool. I'd love to do, well, actually, I wanted the original plan for, I believe it was this one, before we started doing this emotions chart, the stream idea was going to be a Venomized Glint Queen before the next Digital Circus episode came out. And it'd be like, oh, hey, we Venomized the entire cast of the circus. Now we have 2-3 new characters or whatever it is. Let's Venomize those. And then we can keep a running consistency of the entire cast Venomized. And then the day to stream came, I'm like, I don't feel like it. And then so we did this. And now it's 5 weeks later. And we have, okay, so it's 6 by 5, which is 30. We have 19 left. 30 minus 19. We've only done 11 so far. Well, 10 technically. This one will be number 11. So I lied. We are not halfway through yet. Oh, boy. We sent my dude on your server. Let's give it a look. Oh, wow. That does look really cool. I definitely, so for this character, Ven, I love the arms. So if next time we get a character that's arms are showing, like C2, B3, something like that, definitely suggest this character again, because I would love to try rendering those arms. They look really cool. Also, leave a comment down either in the chat or in the comment section once the stream ends. Which is your favorite one that we've drawn so far? Like, who do you think is the best character? Hello, Duck Scare. I gotta say, I think Freya is my favorite so far. I think Freya came out the best. I just really like the colors. Yeah. Yeah, let me know which one you like the best. Alright, ending the poll. I swear, if there's another tie. Technically, yes, there was another tie. Alright. We got Dreamweaver. I actually do think it's kind of cool that we've done air quotes 3 today, and they've all been original characters. One from Popcross, one from Dempsey, and one from Knight. I need a reference picture. Can you download the picture, please? Thank you. Okay, now we do what they do in superhero movies and make the eyes all the emotion. So, we're a little air quotes over time, so I'll probably just do the sketch for today. The head's looking down, so it'd be a little bit more lower. Yeah, I'll probably just do the sketch for today, and then we'll go into the actual full drawing next time. I do think this is a good way to for it to work. To start off one drawing and then pick it up in the next stream. Forget how hard it is to draw hoods. Eyes look very downtrodden. I'm hoping this works. I've never really done anything I don't know. This is new ground for me. Trying to emote with literally only the eyes. Maybe if I use these top ones as like eyebrows, like it's not gonna be a perfect one-to-one design almost. Like if I disconnect those from the other parts of the eye, do it like this, maybe that could work. I don't know, I feel like I gotta get a little creative here with these. Not that that's a bad thing. It's just it's a little tricky without the hood. Not with the hood. Without actual facial features. On the other hand, I don't know if that makes rendering easier or harder. I know that's drawing that spider does not look like it's gonna be. Oof. And we're back on the topic of spiders. Personally, it's Gummy Goo. Gummy Goo is a good one. Gummy Goo is definitely one of my favorite drawings. Especially, I think Gummy Goo was one of the quicker ones too. We started off the stream with Gummy Goo, like boom, 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 done. Gummy Goo's good. Disney princesses as demon slayers. My ideas. Disney demon slayers. I heard him say "all right" and was like, "Wait, where's the part where he says quarter?" Are there a second set of eyes on that? Yes. It looks like it. It looks like there's a set of eyes down here. Something like that, possibly. It is a little tricky to see. And then there's like there's a break in the mask, it looks like. So like something like this, and then it continues like this. Alright, let's hide this. It looks kind of downtrodden. The eyes definitely convey the emotion, as does the head tilt. So I think this is actually going pretty well. Actually, this would be covered. This shoulder you wouldn't see because of the hood. Yeah, that would just start here. This might be one of the tougher ones. Like, only tougher because there's a lot of details going on in the character design, and I want to make sure I get all of them right. Might make this just a little thinner. Yeah, something like that. Yahoo! First night of our King character. Yeah. I hope we can get everyone in this at least once. So I'm hoping for a Nerd Comics Inc. character soon. I mean, we got 19 more spots, so the chances are very, very good. Spider. Doom. And then Okay. I have a reference picture. And we are almost done. I had a tough time with the city, and my second favorite Pokemon is Rayquaza, and third is Hyacinth Typhlosion. Oh, nice. Just add the rest of the hoodie and you've got something. Yeah. Also, if KyngPin did data do in this, he'll be in deeper trouble because, yeah, the eyes at least show some emotion. Here, the mouth is practically, the mouth is a straight line. If I had to work with a character who had no eyes, it would be so much harder. All right. The tough part, making sure all 8 legs are even at a 3/4 angle. And the next one goes out to the side and up. To the side and up. And then the third one is down like this. And then there is a little bit of slack before the last one. And that just goes down, up, down. Slack, down, up, down. Okay. Definitely not the best spider. I think if I just move this up a little bit. Yeah. And then there's this piece that's over here. Wait, what? What did I miss? Sad moments with Dreamweaver. Did you see my redraw for the redraw prompt? Yes, Ark, I did. I'm probably gonna choose the ones I'm gonna work on tomorrow, tonight. I don't know entirely yet. The day's kind of gotten away from me. And I just gotta figure out what to do. That's actually shady. Alright, not bad. adding a few more details, and I think we'll call it for the night. That's not bad. I don't mind that. I think that's really good. The hood is a little wonky where it ends, but it's all right. Gonna round off that hood a little bit. All right, then I'll add another one. Switch it to like a red, and do all the web patterns. That way I can do this, and then just erase the ones I don't need. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, ding. Kinda not seen, ding, not seen. Ding, ding. Alright, erase the eyes. Part down here doesn't get it. These second eyes, and here. Up here too. Cool. And then it's on the shoulders here. It's a really cool character design. Like, another part of this is I also get to really appreciate the character designs of a lot of things because I'm taking my time to get them right. So, like, it's really cool to study them and just be like, oh, that's really cool. All right, and here too. Just trying to figure out how the how this hood should be working. It's almost like it shouldn't end there. It should end somewhere like up here. And then the rest of the face should just continue as is. But then, it's like down here. Doesn't make the most sense. Yeah. Sorry, I'm basically thinking to myself at this point. I'm just trying really hard to get this right. I think that works for the most part. Just adding in some shading so I can get an idea of what it's gonna look like once it's done. Alright, that makes sense. Alright, so we'll be wrapping up the stream shortly. If you have any other questions, leave them in the chat now. But other than that, that's all I've got. And I will see you in the video on Monday. We are slowly getting there. Sorry for bad story for redraw. I didn't have an idea what will be good for a story, and looks amazing so far. I'm glad you like it. I haven't gotten to read the story for any of the submissions yet, so definitely don't worry about it, Ark. I'm sure you did a great job, and I'll be looking at all of them tonight, so that's cool. I'm slightly concerned that Popcross's most popular character is the guy who committed genocide, but yeah, that would be fun. Looks like we don't need a face reveal. The emotion is already showing. Mass murder, but make him Oni-chan. And don't think you need to go this hard on detail because it's going to be small. That is true. There's a lot of detail in there that's going to definitely get lost, but I do want to make them all the best they could possibly be. But yeah, I agree. I probably am harking too much on things that won't be noticed. Imagine Disney villains as angels with the Disney protagonists as demons in Hazbin Hotel. Oh, interesting. So role swap. That would be cool. I recommend checking out Down in the Workshop by The Wild Guess. Very good. It's like the Venusian of My Singing Monsters had a Disney villain song. Oh, nice. I'll check it out. Down in the Workshop. Sounds fun. Least complicated line art. Hopefully the line art will, now that we have the sketch, the line art will be easier. Thanks for the song recommendation. I might be using it for an artificer, inventor, antagonist. Nice. I have a question. Are we going to do ending drawings? Yes. Good point. Thank you for reminding me. So let's blank out our canvas. So, first, we've got Ark's prompt, which was Ark's favorite Pokemon as a Ben 10 alien. And it turned out really good. Once again, I love the use of purple. All your Ben 10 aliens are really good, especially with the purple. So, nice job on that. This looks really good. And the background, too, looks amazing. And then I'll actually showcase some of the OCs that we had, too, because they look so cool. This is Ven's character. I believe their name was Pharos, if I'm saying that correctly. Like I said before, I didn't show the picture before, but I really love these arms. Like this green coloring and the... I think they're glowing or they're crystals, something like that. Either way, your rendering on them turned out so good, and I really want to try it for myself. So, amazing work there, Ben. We also have Angelic Demon from Ark, and I'm going to show the one that I think is the most recent, which is this one. And this one, I just absolutely love the perspective on. You've captured it perfectly, Ark. Like, perspective is very hard, especially like this one hand coming towards the camera, one hand going away, and then a slightly downturned camera. This looks amazing. Nice work. And then I believe everything, the last thing that was sent was Awesome JJ Ranger and their profile picture, which is really cool. I do like the scarf. The scarf turned out really good. I might have a thing, like, characters with scarves are really cool. So, nice work on that one. And I don't know if you wanted this to be shared, Apple Flavors, but the one you posted in the work in progress. Oh, yeah. So what do you think about the Teostra X Lionel thing in the work in progress? So I assume you're referring to this, which, looking at it right now, is really cool. You really got an eye for detail. Like, all these scales on the legs and the tail look really good. I also like the wings not coming out of the back of the... I don't know I don't know what creature that is, but the more humanoid looking one, I like that they're coming out of the bottom half here of the quadruped creature. That's a really nice touch. So everybody who submitted artwork, just amazing job all around. And I'll read the last few comments and then we're good for the night. Princesses as werewolves. Princess werewolf. Oh, very good. Yeah. Cringy Goal is going to heck up the end live in 30 minutes. I'm not quite sure what that means. Also, you're saying Ferris's name correctly. Awesome. I'm always bad with names for some reason. My scarf became rainbow in awesome gay ranger. That's cool. That's a nice touch. Damn, the line art is a bit blank on the lower end. That's all right. It still looks really good. I'm probably going to do a digitalize soon. Oh, I can't wait to see that arc. Feel free to send that into the Discord when you do. Angel Demon's probably gonna not be in the faces. You never know. If you keep suggesting him, I'm sure Angelic Demon might get picked once. Especially now since I think I'm gonna focus a little bit more on commenter original characters going forward. Just for the next few ones, because I'm having a lot more fun drawing the original characters than like the pop culture ones. But yeah. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching. Like I said, sorry about the last minute notice, but I hope you had fun. And we'll be back again soon to finish this off. Take care, everybody.